Hello, ghost hunters! Lots of changes came to photos with the Sunny Meadows update. Stay tuned to see what's new. I've created a few different videos over the past couple of years about photo rewards in Phasmophobia, and I have to say that the old way to calculate photo money was extremely confusing. So this week, I'd like to explain how all of this changed and how overall, it's better. Let's start by pointing out that your photo rewards are not affected by your multiplier. So if you're doing custom difficulties in the double-digit multipliers, then photo rewards are probably not earning you a lot of cash. But for those of us using good old regular difficulties like Professional and Nightmare, this is still a good source of money for each hunt. Before you start thinking of ways to play custom difficulties with easy settings, if your multiplier is 0, you also won't be getting photo money, as the multiplier only affects photo rewards if it is times 1 or less. Many of you probably knew about the star ratings before the Sunny Meadows update. That part of the rating system hasn't gone anywhere, and let's be honest here, this was not what made photo money so confusing before. You will still want to get a 3-star photo to ensure you get paid the most at the end of your hunt. But this 3-star photo is a rating based entirely on how centered the image is and how close you are to the object being photographed. Your most money-earning photo is that of the ghost. This is the only thing you can photograph and have extra distance between you and the subject and still get a 3-star. Now, this doesn't mean that you can be very far away, but you won't have to be right up on the ghost to get that photo. This is often also an objective, so make the most out of your ghost photo because you only get one ghost photo. Your next most money-earning photos will be that of the bone, the crucifix, and the dirty water. Each of these photos will only count once, but keep in mind that you can bring 2 crucifixes with you, and the photo will count for each stage of the burned crucifix. Each contract will only have 1 bone, so you only get a chance to photograph that prior to picking it up. Dirty water cannot be drained from a sink, so you will only be able to get multiple photos of dirty water if you happen to get a ghost near multiple sinks. For each sink with dirty water, you can take 1 photo. As for the crucifixes, you can get a photo in each burned state, so partially burned and fully burned with a total of 4 photos. Because of this, the maximum photo reward you can receive on any hunt will be $110, and would consist of only 3-star photos of the ghost and then any combination of bone, burned crucifixes, and dirty water. So if you don't look out with a bathroom ghost, what else can you photograph? The easiest thing to snag a photo of is the cursed possession. Locations contain 1 cursed possession unless you're playing on a custom difficulty, where you can decide how many cursed items you want. Although, remember, more will lower your multiplier. Cursed possessions are great items to snag a photo of because they always spawn in the same locations. You can only get 1 photo of each cursed possession, including the Ouija board. However, if you ask the Ouija board questions, you can snap a photo of the responses as these are labeled as interactions. As for evidence used to identify your ghost type, you can currently take photos of fingerprints, ghostwriting, and the dots ghost. Each of these are just 1 per instance, so for example, if you bring 2 ghostwriting books and the ghost writes in both, you could take a photo of both books. If a ghost touches the same door multiple times leaving fingerprint evidence, you could take a photo of each instance of fingerprints, even though it's the same door. If your teammates meet an untimely end, you can also get a photo of the dead body. And the largest category of items that can be photographed would include interactions. This means you can photograph things like items that are thrown by the ghost, lights that are turned on or off, doors that are moved, and more specifically, things like the wall crucifixes in Sunny Meadows rotating upside down, mannequins moving, wheelchairs scooting, showers turning on or off, and many more things. For any of these items, you must take that photo within about 20 seconds, or it won't count. While currently players cannot snap photos of ghost orbs, spirit box responses, EMF readings, or freezing temperatures, it may be possible in the future. How this will be implemented if developers plan to add this functionality to the game is unclear, but as things stand now, there is no shortage of things to take photos of, so players should not have difficulties filling up their journals with photos that will reward them with both experience and money. You may have noticed that on each hunt, players can bring 3 cameras. What you may not be aware of is that players only get paid for the photos that show up in the journal and are also labeled and rated with stars. So you might be wondering what the purpose of the 3rd camera is. As far as I can tell, this is only for instances where you need to photograph something to get objectives completed, specifically the ghost. Even if you've already used all 10 photos in the journal, players can still use the remaining 5 photos to attempt to get a photo of the ghost. Remember, your photo rewards will only be for the photos in the journal. So if you manage to get that ghost photo after your 10th shot, you can complete the objective and get objective rewards, but you won't get photo rewards for it. We know that the experience and leveling system will be changing in the somewhat near future. While we were originally expecting this to come in 2022, it looks like it may not arrive until 2023 now. But as things are now, players get the same amount of experience as they do photo money. In other words, if you get $110 photo money for a contract, you'll also get 110 experience, which is currently just over 1 level in the game. This is in addition to completing your objectives, so if you are new to the game, don't discount the usefulness of taking photos. If you've played Phasmophobia for a while, you may remember a few things players could take photos of in the past that did count as reward money. Keep in mind that these things no longer net players any photo rewards, so you should not take photos of them even if you've heard from other players or other guides that they do. These things include the bloody knife in Bleasdale and the monitor in the blue bedroom in Tanglewood. Likewise, the voodoo dolls that once existed in Grafton and Bleasdale first, and in the future in Willow Street and Maple Lodge campsite, no longer exist in the game and therefore cannot be photographed. They were all replaced when the Cursed Possessions update came out in December of 2021, which included the new voodoo doll as a cursed possession. As for that computer monitor, ghosts can leave fingerprints on keyboards, and those can be photographed. And if the ghost turns on the monitor, that can be photographed as an interaction. Do you prioritize photos in your ghost hunts? What is the most interesting photo you've taken in the game? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and as always, happy hunting.